This year, over 400,000 people went to RAF Mildenhall, and John was there.
Mildenhall houses the 513th US Air Force Airborne Command and Control Wing. And this EC-135 is one of 5 airborne command posts based here. This annual air fete is very much a NATO family affair, with aircraft from Holland, Denmark, Belgium, France and Germany. And it mixes the thrust of frontline jets with the cheerful hospitality of an American family barbecue. Despite the US flavour, we're still at RAF Mildenhall, a point made by the pinpoint parachuting experts of the Royal Air Force Falcons, opening the show with an appropriate flourish of red, white and blue. They are the only parachute team sponsored by the Ministry of Defence on a full-time basis, and they're all serving officers or senior NCOs in the physical education branch. The team of 12 plus a support group of 3 is based at No. 1 Parachute Training School, RAF Bryce Norton in Oxfordshire. Shortly after this performance, the team are due to appear at a military tattoo in Singapore, and they're flying there on one of these, a C-130 Hercules. And I can tell you that's an awfully long way in a Herky bird. From the falling Falcons of the RAF's precision parachute team to the fighting Falcon of the Flying Dutchman, as the Royal Netherlands Air Force shows off its prowess with the General Dynamics F-16. This agile fighter doubles as a ground attack aircraft and is also in service with the Norwegian, Danish and Belgian Air Forces. Designed as a light fighter of limited capability, it has evolved now into an all-purpose, all-weather beast with some 4,200 sold worldwide. Its fly-by-wire controls enable stunning maneuverability at low speeds, and its tight turning circle makes it more than a match for any other Western fighter aircraft, and the equal of the much-vaunted Soviet air superiority fighter, the MiG-29. Well now, there's nothing the crowd like more than a scrap. And for the purpose of the Royal Navy, Mildenhall's runway has become the flight deck of the aircraft carrier Ark Royal, dangerously close to a hostile shore. Up goes the Sea King helicopter, the eyes of the fleet, and it extends its searchwater radome as it climbs. This system, rudely nicknamed the dustbin by Fleet Air Arm types, is designed to give early warning of air attack threats. Now the Sea Harrier takes off to establish a combat air patrol in support of the Sea King. Flown here by Lieutenant Dave Badams, the Sea Harrier in air defense can carry 4 Sidewinder missiles in addition to its 2 30mm Aden cannons. Here come the baddies, at first in the shape of a single Hunter T-8 with its pilot, Brian Grant, wearing the black hat. Aboard the Sea King, observer Lieutenant Neil Hargreaves detects the bandit on his screen and passes the intercept instructions on to the Harrier, which acquires the bandit on his own radar and gives chase. And now, a double threat to the task force. A second Hunter, flown by Pat Saunders. Lieutenant Ian Soapy Watson in the second Deck Alert Harrier joins the fray, and a ding-dong of a dogfight ensues. Come on, Soapy! Naval victory, of course, is a certainty. Now, short on fuel, the 3 naval aircraft return to mother and give the runway back to the RAF. The Navy is quick to point out during this Battle of Britain Jubilee year that they too supplied a few of the few 50 years ago. Some 56 naval aviators qualified for the 1940 campaign medal. Well, that was the Navy showing us where our taxes go in operational terms. Here's the RAF again with the Tornado F-3, a frontline air defense fighter version of an aircraft which has become the first to feel the pinch of government spending cuts. Last month, the Ministry of Defense cancelled orders for 33 Tornado jets in both fighter and strike versions. The move was part of a package designed to prune the defense budget by more than £600 million this year. The cuts have nothing to do with the melting of the Cold War and the apparent disappearance of an enemy in the East. They are to do with the impact of inflation on the MOD's annual budget of £21 billion. Meanwhile, the RAF has taken delivery of 349 Tornadoes. This one is from 64 Squadron at RAF Coningsby. Here comes a heavy lump of aviation, the C-5A Galaxy, variously known by US Air Force types as Fat Albert, the Flying Cloud, or even the Lockheed Hilton. The bombers have left Mildenhall now, making the base one of the USAF's major transport centres, with aircraft like this and the C-130 Hercules. But all others pale in comparison with this giant, which remains the largest transport aircraft in the West. Seems to be standing room only on board today, or maybe they always carry a crowd waiver first class at these displays. Well, we'll be back later with more of the big boys of the air.